Yeah, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, my lovely brothers and sisters all over the world. I still remember Mr. Ezeaku Ejiofor, founder and leader of Igbos Love Themselves Charity Foundation Worldwide, and as well a messenger of Omen and Abu Zezu Unando, Aro Osinani Igbo. I am here with a great actor, a legend in Africa, even in the whole world, Chief Emekani, whom every one of us saw on social media battling with sickness. And the reason why I'm here is to be our brothers, to do what our ancestors told us in our dialect. Say, "Oko kawa mmadụ, gakwuru mmadụ ibe gị ka ọ kọọ ya." So, and we are here to rescue our brother. We will do everything humanly possible to make sure that our brother is made whole through the practical way as it is being done everywhere in the world. So thank you so much. Wherever you are watching from, I want you to share this video. Let this video get all Nigerian citizens, get across Africans. Because we want to hear from our brother the type of sickness he's battling with, what he has gone through. Our brother have suffered, whether we want to know the level of action he has put in order to be made whole. So Emekan is our brother from Ogu, from Nkano. From Ubuoka.
Nkano East Local Government, Enugu State.
Yes, our brother is from Ubuoka in Enugu State. So I'll give him the opportunity. Tell us his name, where he's from as well. Tell us what he's battling with, my brother. The rest of our people.
Yeah. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, depending on where you are. My names are Prince Emekani. I am from Amafo Walker in Nkano East Local Government of Enugu State. I am one of the Nollywood veteran actors. By the special grace of God, people call me Okwetileze as my title name. I joined the movie industry about 31 years ago, and by the special grace of God, we were doing well. This sickness actually started for a long time. I began to suffer from diabetes. All of a sudden, I don't know how I got infected by diabetes. And this diabetes has been in my system for close to 15 years. And all of a sudden, in 2020, I was burying my sister on December 2020. I was healthy and hearty. Friends and well-wishers came. Otherwise, within that time, I finished my bungalow house in the village. So everybody was jubilating with me. So the burial was going on. Nothing was happening to me. 2 days later, the burial was on 4th of December. That's Friday. Saturday passed. On Sunday morning, we were preparing to go to church for Thanksgiving. When I woke up in the morning, I began to feel pains around my buttocks. Serious pains, like big boil, as if there's big stone around my buttocks. So I was like, what is happening with me? And within 2 hours, 3 hours, it was increasing. My body began to be hot. I cannot sit. I cannot stand. I cannot lie down. I said, what is this? I called my family members. See what is happening with me. Everybody began to shout. We went to buy some antibiotics and a Panadol to bring down the pains. I took every medicine I could lay my hands around within that day. No way. On 7th, being Monday, I called my medical doctor. He stays in Owerri. I told him what is going on with me. And he said, can you come over to Owerri? I said, yes, but I cannot sit in a vehicle. What do I do? I said, okay, but you can lie down. I say, yes. So by the special grace of God, I got a friend who drove me in my own vehicle down to Owerri, to the medical doctor, Dr. Lugard, Jonah Lugard. He stays at Akwakoma. The name of his hospital is Dr. Lugard Memorial Hospital. That is the name of his hospital. When I got there, he took care of me, began to do tests, every test he could lay his hands upon. and said this boil is not just ordinary boil, but they can do something about that. After 3 days, he conducted surgery on it. After the surgery, we felt like, oh, thank God, it has released the pulse, everything. The next day, that was when I began to feel pains. So when the doctor removed the stitches after 2 days, as if he wants to, make a dress up the sore, my body pulled with the stitches, as if they poured water on a loaf of bread. The place got rotten, and I began to smell like a dead person. From there, through these buttocks, you can see my intestine. The wall was not
And you know you are a diabetic
yes,
patient.
yes, I am diabetic.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Exactly. I told the doctor that I am diabetic. So he did everything he could. I was in the hospital for 6 solid months. From that December 4th till June, I decided to say, please, can you discharge me so that let me go and explain to some of my friends. When I was on the hospital bed, I made a little video, sent. People were sending me money, for the treatment. I paid the little I could to him. At the end of the day, I was discharged in June. I came down to Enugu, show myself to my people. Everybody was jubilating. I came for Thanksgiving in my local church, St. Dominic Catholic Church, Walker, where I hail from. After the Thanksgiving, I came to Enugu. I went to one location just to say hi to some friends around the location. All of a sudden, I had something like, they poured cold water on my right side of this body, my hand, my eye, this one of the eye, my mouth, my legs went cold. I called my director, the director who is directing the movie, said, look at what is happening to me. This is stroke. That is how I know it. Because I saw a friend that had such thing. He said it cannot be stroke. On the argument whether it is stroke or not, the thing was bringing me down. As minutes were going, it was bringing me down. Thank God I did not fall immediately.
Yeah.
Because if I had fallen, it would have been
stroke,
it would have been a complete stroke. Then we call this one partial stroke. I was taken to Anambra State, Enugu, where they treat stroke, and I spent 1 month in Enugu over the stroke. They did everything they could, but the virus and everything was still there. I began to call people, say, look at what I'm going through. In that 2021, I was taken to so many hospitals to no avail. That sore was still lingering. At the end of the day, I called somebody who is a very good friend. What do I do? Please, can you help me? I don't have money anymore. I was driving 2 jeeps then. I sold the first one in order to support my financial bills. So the man said he doesn't have money for now. What he can do is that I should come to a church in Onitsha. And that church is Udumeje's church at Bida Road. That I should come there, and by the special grace of God, I will be healed. So I hired a vehicle that took me to the church.
Udumeje's church.
Yes, Udumeje's church in Onitsha. He prayed for me. After praying, I called him by the corner. Said, man of God, please, I know prayers are wonderful. God can do everything. But what I'm looking for is financial assistance. I want to be taken to abroad, maybe India, where I can be taken care of properly. He said, okay. You know this sometime that he will do something. I came there for almost 2 months. Every week I'll come from where to attend service, and he prays for me and do so many things. At the end of the day, I did not get my healing from there. One other person said, there are other places you can go to.
I want to ask you something, sorry, because we all followed your case and Odumeje online, where Odumeje was telling you to move around, that you are held. He posted it on social media. Now, the first time you came, is it that first day you came that he told him that you need financial? Because that day you came, when we saw your social media, he climbed on you, started doing, he told you to pull down your. You explain to us how it happened.
Yes, that was exactly how I pulled down my trouser.
And the video
they videoed everything, showed everyone, everybody saw it because it's on social media. He prayed for me, poured oil on me, and I believe that God is going to heal me, was going to heal me with the prayer section. But at the end of the day, I could not get my healing immediately. Then the medical doctor was giving his medication consistently, all sorts of injections. At the same time, other people are praying. I am praying myself. My family members are praying. Every part of every friend, every lover, every fan, was praying to make sure that Emeka should get healed. At the end of the day, I left the hospital, began to go to people, from place to place. Finally, I met. I did not meet him. That's Yule Dochie. I told Yule Dochie my predicaments. I said, please, my dear, is there anyhow you can help me? That I am suffering so much. This saw is trying to take my life. If jam enters it, it is very close to my abdomen. I might go from there. I was afraid of death then. He said, my dear, I am sorry I don't have cash I'm going to give you immediately. But the only thing he can do is I should record 5 seconds or 10 seconds, of the story of my predicament and send it to him on WhatsApp. That was what I did. I sent it to him, and by the special grace of God, that was how my health began to come. I should continue.
Continue.
So when I did that on Friday, then on Saturday evening, Jeremiah Omotofufuyin of Mercyland saw it on Instagram, Yule Dochie's Instagram, and called me that I should, one of the PAs anyway, called me that I should start coming to worry. That the last I came to the church, because the chairman of Lagos State Chapter of Actors Guild of Nigeria brought me and few others for a Thanksgiving about 1 month before this call came. So he said that when I came to the church, was I all this, ill? I said, yes, but I was managing myself. I tried to explain to you, too many people were there. He said, okay, he's sorry. He invited me. I came over. That was on 30th of October, Saturday. On Sunday was the service day, October 31st, 2021. I went to the church. When the service was going on, he called me out and introduced me to the congregations and said, this man is a very big actor. We all know him. Yes. And so many people who are in position to help me financially so that I can go to abroad and do this surgery of a thing and get myself well treated are not helping matters. And therefore, he decided that he is going to give me some amount of money and give me 6 million naira cash before the congregation. Everybody clapped. I was so happy. I thanked him. I thanked God for giving him the courage of doing such thing. I left with the money. I paid the next morning, being Monday, I paid the money into the account, and I began to move from one hospital to another, one place to another. I even went to traditional places because they said, as you try English medicine, you should also try traditional medicine. That everything is not English medicine. That sometimes try traditional medicine. I went to Port Harcourt. I went to so many places. I went to Calabar. I went to Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, because of this sickness. I went to Togo because of this sickness. 6 million naira given to me by the man of God, Jeremiah Omotofoyin, the prophet, the man of God. I spent all the money, plus other money other people sent to me. I spent all the money. By the special grace of God, I began to get feel of the healing of that soul. I began to sit gradually, and by the special grace of God, as I'm sitting with you, the pains of that big boil is no more there. Like I said, in June 2021, I had stroke. This stroke of a thing, I was reporting the same matter to anywhere I go to. People do as much as they can to make sure the stroke is off me. But up till now, I'm still having the venom of that stroke in me. My hands are always cold, despite particular right hand and the leg always cold. That means the stroke is not yet healed. Totally, as I was coming out from this terrible shock that kept me for almost 2 years, without working, without getting paid for anything. The only money I get are money from friends, well wishers, lovers who want me to live, who do not want